Yeah. Oh, yeah. Good morning. I want you to like this page and share it. John Leslie, just a minute, please. I want you to like this page and share it. This is my moment, the Greatness Center. I'm following up on something that I put aside years ago I was doing. I had the Greatness Center in Miami, Florida, and it was a goal and dream of mine to build a center that will help people learn techniques and strategies and how to deal with this thing called life. And in the process of doing that, it grew so fast and so rapidly that I panicked and I ran because I didn't think that I was capable of handling it. And so the problem, the fear of failure and the fear of success are twins. And so I decided that I'm not going to have that looking at me when it's time for me to leave here saying, you were supposed to do the Greatness Center. You had a chance to come back and start it again. Why didn't you? I talk about having ghosts around your bed, ideas, dreams, abilities that you have that just you, for whatever reason, life gets in the way, your fear gets in the way, or your procrastination or hesitation gets in the way, and you don't do it. And so, no, the lighting is not quite there yet. Look at the solidness. No, it's not there yet. No, come back there. John, let's John help. Okay. Yeah, pull it up on the phone. Get it on the phone. Yes. So you see my kids in the background. So I want you to like this page and share it because I'm going to talk about to be or not to be and things that happen to you, and you have to decide who you're going to be in the process of that. The Greatness Center is not a religious organization. It's spiritual. Okay, it's not about religion. It's about dealing with this thing called life and uncertainty and things that catch you off guard. One phone call can change everything. And I'm going to talk with you on how to deal with those things. And so as you look at your life, look at your goals and dreams, bring my other phone in here, please, for me. Yes. Is that I want you to take some notes of what I'm going to share with you. Because I got a call the other day that rocked me to my core. I am working and talking to some people, helping them to put together food baskets and strategies for helping homeless people and creating avenues for them to have access to my materials to motivate them and to inspire them. And then I get a call from my son, Calvin. Like this page and share it. Like it and share it. They call us the first family of motivation. And he said, Dad, I'm going to tell you something. Don't get upset. Now, when someone says that to you, guess what you do? You get upset. When they tell you, oh, I'm going to tell you something, but don't get upset now. Are you kidding me? When that happens, you have a choice, though, of who you're going to be or not to be. Shakespeare, come on up in here. To be or not to be. That is the question. And so I said, what? He said, Serena. That's my youngest daughter. Serena. She's positive. She's tested positive. What? Come back here, John Leslie, and look at this. Just watch now, and look at how it shows up here and how's it show. Let me see there. Yeah, because I don't like how this looks here. Okay. Okay, but you're seeing it now. Okay, you're seeing it now. okay, this lighting is not what I like, but I'm going to go at this anyhow. So my message today, to be or not to be. And I said, what? Serena's been tested positive. I said, oh my God. And Will too. That's my son-in-law. I said, oh my God. And Sydney, what? My granddaughter? Yes, Dad, but you got to be calm. You got to be calm. To be or not to be? That is the question. What things are going to always happen in life, and things that you don't anticipate. I remember when my mother died, and I was approaching Range Funeral Home in Miami with some of my foster brothers and sisters. And my twin brother Wesley got there before I did. And so here I am. I was tearing up. I was feeling sad. We were going to view Mama's body, and I heard a scream, wow! And I knew my brother's voice of scream and sadness. And in that moment, I had to make a decision. Was I going to be the one to break down also? We're the twins. We're the oldest of the 7 children that she took in. And in that moment, I had to decide, who was I going to be? Wesley had already broke down. Wesley was already there viewing Mama and crying. And there I am with my other brothers and sisters. And in an instant, I had to decide who I was going to be. Have you ever been in that situation before? When people look at you to carry them through an experience, and you're grieving too. You're hurting too. You're shocked too. You're floored too. Don't tell me something happened to my baby. Oh, just take it easy, Dad. Take it easy. My son-in-law, my granddaughter, to be or not to be. And all through life, that question, we're asked that question. Always, constantly. Who are you going to be? I'm reminded when I was in Charlotte, North Carolina, and I did a seminar with Kim Jacobs. Kim Jacobs and her wonderful husband. And I met a young lady who came to the seminar, and she came here from Nigeria. And she fell on tough times and ended up being around the wrong people and living a life that wasn't her. I want you to like this page and share it. Like it and share it. This is not church now. I don't preach. This is different. Ministers preach the gospel about Jesus. I don't preach the gospel about Jesus, but I do preach the gospel that Jesus preached. Okay. So I know a little word of it here. And so this young lady was living a life that wasn't her, and she was at a McDonald's and went in the restroom, and she just got a glimpse of herself, and was like an awakening, an epiphany. And she came to the mirror and she asked, who you be? Who you be? And in asking that question, you know how Michael Jackson talked about the man in the mirror? She's talking about this woman in the mirror looking back at her. In that moment, she looked at herself and she knew the life that she was living, that was not her. The woman that she showed up to be, that was not her. The choices that she was making, she didn't come out of that kind of household. She was being a totally different person from her background, from her values, from the things that she believed in, the things that she stood for. And she asked herself, sometimes we have to ask ourselves, who is that? That's not me. Sometimes you'll be in a situation, in an environment, and you'll find yourself acting in a way that shocks you. I saw a friend of mine that just a really lovely, calm, peaceful person. And Pat was in a situation, had a roommate that signed a contract for this apartment, and she just couldn't get up and leave. And this person was very negative and argumentative and combative. And Pat, one day she looked at herself and she see how being in an environment with somebody that's not you. And something happened to Pat. Now this is real. You can't make this stuff up. On her job, people start saying, Pat, I've never noticed this before. You're walking with a limp. She said, I am? Yes. And Pat, she went to all kind of doctors, and they could not find anything wrong with her. Why would she be walking with a limp? Why would one leg be shorter than the other? Out of nowhere. And so, to make a long story short, one day she and her friend got into an argument and they almost went to blows. And Pat said, you know what? You need to leave here, or I need to leave here, because I'm about to take you out. And she had such a crazy look in her eyes. That girl left immediately, didn't even pack her clothes. She left. She knew that Pat was going to take her out. And would you believe, around 3 months later, Pat started walking normal. I train speakers and I teach speakers. Never make a point without a story, and never tell a story without a point. Here's the point of this story. If you are living with someone that's argumentative and toxic, you need to leave, or they need to leave before you take them out or they take you out. Being around negative people will cause one of your legs to draw up. Oh, behave, whatever. She started walking normal after that girl got out. She sent somebody to come get her stuff. But Pat, her life changed. Her hair started growing back. She had gained over 50 pounds. She was aged. Her hair was turning gray. She was a different kind of person being around this person. There are people we know, they get around the wrong people and the whole personality change. Write this down. Environment is everything. Proximity is everything. And right now, in this environment, where we are, we have to ask ourselves, who we be? How we're going to show up? And when I called my daughter, I couldn't be a wimp. When I called my daughter, I had to be strong. When I called my daughter, I had to have the voice of assurance. Hello, baby. I heard, and I want you to know I'm here for you. That's what I had to do. That's who I had to be. And I talked to my son-in-law. That's who I had to be. And my daughter said, Daddy, you told me about the value of listening to positive things. And she said, I'm doing that. and I turned off the television. She said, I'm doing that. I said, well, what kind of symptoms do you have? She said, I can't taste nothing. I can't smell nothing. She said, I was in such denial. I was trying to smell a candle, got so close to it, I put my nose in the hot wax. I said, girl, you gotta be kidding. She said, no. I thought maybe when I got closer, I could smell it. Okay. She said, I can't taste nothing, I can't smell nothing. I said, how's Will doing? She said, he called me and said, he's down in the basement. We're self-quarantined. So my daughter, really, she's the only child, so she's used to being isolated. Will is not, all right? So she said, he called, can I come up? She said, we're in quarantine. And so I said, well, what's going on with him? What kind of symptoms? She said, he can't smell, he can't taste, and also he has a severe headache and he has body aches. I said, whoa, you're not showing the same symptoms. She said, once again, Daddy, you told me you can't let everybody talk to you. He's got his homies. He said, man, you know what? Because Will, my son-in-law, the greatest son-in-law in the world, he's a barber. Man, you're going to start having headaches. Guess what? Will got headaches. Man, your body going to start aching. Guess what? Will's that's not funny. Will's body is aching. It's not funny. Stop it. You behave. Okay? Listening to them. See, when you're going through some stuff, you don't want to know. People talk, you come to me, oh, Mr. Brown, you know, my uncle died from prostate cancer. Oh, Mr. Brown, my father died from prostate. No. Don't let anybody bring you no bad news. No, baby, excuse me. I'm sorry for your loss. Tell me who lived and what they did, because I'm not planning on joining your father or your uncle. I'm not trying to be insensitive, but I don't need to hear that when somebody's looked at me and told me that I'm dealing with some stuff, some serious stuff. Who you be? This thing going on, this coronavirus. All right, we don't want the virus of fear. We have to hold ourselves to a higher standard. I say constantly, faith not tested can't be trusted. I had to be strong, to stand in my faith, to stand in my knowing that my daughter, my son-in-law, and my granddaughter, they're going to be all right. They're going to be all right. And I'm not talking about these people out here, oh, it's my right to not wear a mask. I'm not talking about these kind of people. No. I think they should have a special stamp, and when they get sick, when they show up at the hospital, no. Go do what you do, because we can't waste any medical attention on people who just deliberately put themselves in harm's way. Who you be? We have always the choice of who we are going to be, and I had to be strong for my brothers and sisters. When I was approaching Range Funeral Home, where we were going to view Mama's body, I had to be strong. I was hurting, but I couldn't cry there. I couldn't break down there. I had to comfort Wesley. I said, come on, Wesley. I had to comfort everybody. But guess what? Life is kicking my butt too. I was going through it too, but I couldn't be weak then. I couldn't be the one to break down then. No, somebody had to stay on board and comfort everybody. But in this thing called life, there will always be stuff that will happen. Who you be? We always have a choice. It's not the things. As has been said, nothing is neither good nor bad, but thinking makes it so. How you think about it and how you think about you and the power that you have. You're going to give that power over to that situation, over to that event, over to what has happened, or you're going to stand in your power. Be still and know that I'm God. You're not in this stuff by yourself. Be still and know that I'm God. You're not God. I'm God. You are not in this by yourself. I got your back. I got your daughter. I got your son-in-law. I got your granddaughter. Am I making sense to you? Is that easy? Absolutely not. That is not easy. That's challenging. That took everything in me. I said, hey, don't you want to come see Mama? No. I want to remember her like I remember her. No. She's not in that casket there. No. No. Who Mama was is not there. She's in my memory, and even death can't take that. Y'all go ahead and look. I'm going to do the sermon. But no, I'm not coming up there. Do that. No. And I had to be strong for my daughter. I had to be strong when I heard her voice. And she started telling me things that I taught her. And I'm looking at it for, okay, all right now. Yeah, you go, girl. Yes. See, she just celebrated her 40th birthday. See, I don't care how old your children become. Somebody understand what I'm talking about. They're still your children. I don't care how old they are. They're still your children. Aren't they 40, 50? They're still young. I'm telling you what I know. So somebody need to hear this. Who you be? Well, how are you going to show up? Corona does not have the power unless you give it the power. And I'm not talking about unthinkingly or knowingly exposing yourself to danger. No. I believe in adherence. I believe in social distancing from people and the refrigerator. Hello? I'm not coming out the house till 2027. Me and Tyrone, that's my squirrel friend. Y'all say, you know what? You need to go outside and get some fresh air. Oh my goodness. And so, I asked for your prayers. And we had a ball on the telephone. Laughter is important. Why do you laugh so much? Because laughter, it strengthens your immune system. We're supposed to have joy. In all things, give thanks. Let me share something with you. This is going to blow your mind. This is my daughter. We've had some major issues. But have you ever had issues with a friend or a relative and something happened to you and you can't even remember what you were mad about? That went out the window. That went out the window. My daughter got the coronavirus. You think I thought about what we argue about, or that she doesn't call me as much as I want her to call me? Did that ever cross my mind? No. That's my baby. That's my baby. We're all here because of God's grace and mercy. None of us know how we're going to check out. Nobody's figured out how to get out of life alive. We're born to die. That's my baby. Who you be? Who are you going to be, Mr. Brown, Mr. Motivator? You got greatness in you. I'm going to be here for my daughter and for my son-in-law. and for my granddaughter. I'm going to be strong. I'm going to rely on God's grace and His mercy. I'm going to stand on His word. I'll never leave you nor forsake you. I'll never leave you nor forsake you. The Lord is my shepherd. I shall not want. Yeah. Greater is He that's in the world than he. Greater is He that's in you than he that's in the world. He's with me. He's with my daughter and my son-in-law, who's the greatest son-in-law in the world, and my granddaughter. Both of them, little Sydney and Sierra. Boy, they were on pins and needles waiting for the report. Would it be negative? And it came back positive. And I said, like Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, Shadrach, Meshach, and a bad Negro, I still won't bow. I'm going to believe. I'm going to believe. I'm going to trust in Him. Who you be? Our children are listening to us. Our children are watching us. Who you be? You got to stand in the gap for them. Who you be? But I must admit, it shook me to my core to get that call. Yes, it did. Some of you understand. You know, studies indicate over a year, over the next year, all of us will experience at least 3 tragedies. Something's going to happen to us or someone we care about. That's why Viktor Frankl calls it unavoidable suffering. That's why the Book of Life says, think it not strange that you face the fiery furnaces of this world. You will, not you might, you will have tribulations. And when they show up, who you be? It's good if you don't have a positive diagnosis. Who you be? Good if you got a lot of money in the bank and your job is steady and reliable. Who you be? If none of those things are working. If the person you've been with for years look over at you and say, you know what? I think I'm out of here. They say neither one of us want to be the first to say goodbye, but I changed my mind. I'm going to be the first. No, he did go there, honey. Yes, he did. Hello. I want you to go to LesBrownGreatnessCenter.com. See the work that I'm launching. LesBrownGreatnessCenter.com. And those of you, I'm concerned. My nose been running, and let me check to see if I got a fever up in here. You know, I don't like to talk to people who've been diagnosed as positive. I spray my phone. Let me tell you something. Hold a minute. I'm concerned. One more cough, but I'm going to spray myself, and I got some Clorox over here. Stop it, your crazy self, you gonna do with that Clorox? Oh, that's what 45 said, the orange man. Okay, so anyhow, oh, behave, whatever. If you have a voice, if you want to tell your story and you're looking for a coach, someone that will teach you how to tell your story, how to make a difference and how to make an impact and live a life that will outlive you. See, these are my children. They are authors, they are speakers, and they are individuals that love making a choice and changing people's lives. They're life coaches as well. As John Leslie, Patrick's on your left, and then John Leslie, that's my baby boy, then Calvin, that's my oldest son, and Serena, she's behind me. This is Samaya. Where's Serena? There's Serena. There she is. There she is. That's my baby. Yeah, she's a minister. Reverend Serena Brown Travis. That's my baby. But she said, Dad, I got this. And I believe her. And she's doing the right stuff. She's doing the right stuff. That's my baby. Pray for my daughter, Serena Brown Travis. I've got to get used to that. They've been married a minute too, but that's my baby. If you're looking for doing something that you can share with your children, where you could, I want to build a business with my voice and my story that will involve my children and something I could leave for them. A good man leaves a legacy for his children and for his children's children. And so if you want to leave a legacy, if you love changing lives, if you would like to be a voice of influence, Samia, she's there on your left. She's going to law school. If you want to impact the world and share the creativity with your children, Patrick on your left, that's my second oldest son. And he handles my money. And John Leslie, he's the genius in the family when it comes to technology and speaking. And Calvin, he's the businessman on my left. That's my namesake. Now, first of all, it ain't easy to work with family now. I done fired them all at least 10 times, and they've fired me. We fire each other every other month. I'm just keeping it real. Don't you think we need some laughter in the midst of all this craziness that's going on right now? Oh my goodness. I thought after the election we could relax and catch our breath. Whew, crazy people, they have a second win. No. Am I right? You can't make this stuff up. Okay, so anywho, as my mother would say, put voice in the comment section. Put voice in the comment section. I'm looking for some people who are hungry to make a difference, who'd like to build a business that involves their children and their friends and be able to earn money through the comfort of your home virtually. Virtually. My computer doesn't sneeze, it doesn't cough, it's not asymptomatic like one of my granddaughter's teammates. It's exciting to work from home. Yes, it is. And when you help other people feel good and inspire them, love, happiness, and joy, the perfumes you can't sprinkle on others without getting a few drops on yourself. So people say, why are you so happy? Why you laugh so much? I sing because I'm happy. I sing because I'm free. His eyes on the sparrow, and I know he watches me. I've been taking voice lessons, but you can't handle it right now. Just put voice in the comment section. And when you come to class, I'll sing for you. I'll be your private singer. You know what? He's been in the house too long. They let him out, drive him around so he gets some fresh air. Put voice in the comment section. This has been Mrs. Mamie Brown's Baby Boy. I hope I brought you some laughter and inspiration and joy this morning. That's my future there. That's my legacy. To God be the glory. That's my other daughter. That's my oldest daughter. They call her Ona Brown. She's the diva in the family. She has a book called Own Your Dream. She's bad. You talk about a speaker. She is bad up in here, up in here. And Serena, she's a speaker and has a great sense of humor. It's just fascinating that to see your kids grow and develop and love changing lives and do what you do. It's fascinating. It's about family. This is a time that we need to turn to each other as family and get together before funerals. All the time, most families get together when somebody dies. I'm not making this up. You have something special. We have greatness in you. Put voice in the comment section. We'll show you how to do this. My kids and I, we work together, help you bring that story out. John Leslie, he overslept this morning. I'm so upset with him. Didn't give me time to cover all this great, getting on my last nerve. Bye for now.